Sometimes you come across a story so rich in irony, it's almost poetic. Take Ridwan Aydemir, the self proclaimed ex Muslim intellectual who spent years bashing Islam, mocking Muslims, and selling doubt to his audience. Well, guess what? Our man Ridwan has found a new gig: Christianity. That's right. The guy who spent a decade screaming about the irrationality of religion, who built his brand on denying God, is now kneeling at the altar of the Trinity. Three gods? Really? From there's no God to actually there's three in one? Let's rewind. For several years, Ridwan was the poster boy of ex Muslims and atheism, the edgy critic who made a career out of dunking on Islam. His audience? Mostly young people he convinced to doubt their faith using half baked arguments and cherry picked verses. But this guy's entire gig was about free thinking. Let's unpack that tweet of his. For 10 years, I was an atheist and agnostic. For 2 years, I have been searching. Searching, dude? You weren't searching. You were monetizing rage clicks. Your search involved monetizing YouTube rants about Islam while your ex-Muslim grift slowly collapsed. Let's be real. The ex-Muslim business is oversaturated. The market for recycled "Why I Left Islam" videos has tanked, and the donation bucks dried up. So what's a struggling influencer to do? Rebrand and boom. New audience. Same hustle. For years, Ridwan mocked Muslim women who chose hijab, framing it as patriarchal oppression. Now his wife's in a church, head covered, and suddenly it's not hijab, it's just vibes? The mental hoops this man jumps through could power a circus. When Muslims cover, it's subjugation. When Christians do it, it's personal choice? How convenient. His argument? I don't control my wife, as some kind of gotcha against Islam. But now, if he's truly a Bible-believing Christian, shouldn't he obey the Bible? If his wife isn't covering her hair, isn't she dishonoring her head by Paul's standards? Or does Ridwan only care about scripture when it's punching down at Islam? This isn't about faith. It's about framing. When he bashed Islam, hijab was a symbol of tyranny. Now that he's cozying up to Christianity, suddenly head coverings are no big deal, even though the Bible literally mandates them. It's almost like Ridwan's entire worldview is a PR stunt. But the hypocrisy doesn't stop there. This is the same guy who mocked Muslims for blind faith, yet now preaches about a man rising from the dead and a God who's simultaneously three beings. How's that for logic? Ridwan used to laugh at Muslims for believing in miracles, but now he's all in on virgin births and resurrection? Guess critical thinking only applies to other people's religions. Here's the truth. Ridwan's not a seeker. He's a salesman. When the ex-Muslim outrage content stopped trending, he pivoted to Christianity because controversy pays, and faith bashing has a crossover audience. But let's not pretend this is about truth. It's about relevance. It's about clinging to the spotlight as his 15 minutes tick away. To Muslims listening, don't waste your breath on him. His entire career thrives on your attention. The more you react, the more he profits. Let him have his three gods and biblical loopholes. Our faith isn't a phase or fad. It's a journey of sincerity. And cloud chasers like Ridwan, they're just passing through.